Hello. Today I'm going to talk about a book and a TV show that's an adaptation of said book, neither of which are kind of worth bothering with, as a matter of fact. But anyway, we'll go on ahead with that. The book is, this is election day. It's another warm day in New York City. So it's in November something or other, 5th, 4th. And it's warm, so once again, indigenous summer here in New York City. There was kind of a long line waiting to vote today, but they had a lot of workers. I vote at the Theater for the New City in the East Village, and maybe I'll show you the line behind me up here when I get to it. I'm still on my same block, kind of walking around. So, this book, I found this book on a YouTube site, and I'll send the link to that guy's thing for you. And it was, I don't know, some mystery thing. He had the copy, actual real copy of the book, and started talking about the book, and I sort of got interested because it was, sort of a folk music kind of a thing, and since I had some familiar with the folk music scene from my youth when I got interested in it for a while, I thought I'd just go ahead and read the book. And, I wanted something kind of fun and something, instead of something, kind of heavy. I've been reading heavy stuff I've always complained about how heavy my reading is and how it breaks down my already fragile psychology. But, so I got the book on my Apple Books for $4.99. I didn't mention the name of the book. And Election Day, yeah, this is Election Day. Is that Brad Free? Is that Brad? What the hell are you doing over here? Rehearsing? I found a celebrity out here. I found Brad Fryman.
Say nothing on your camera.
Brad Fryman, a star of the theater.
Oh my gosh!
In New York City. He's playing Orson Welles. Look at him. He's 8 feet tall. He's playing New York in the Theater of New City right here.
Right here at
where
the
all
voting
these people
place.
are voting. I just voted there.
Democracy.
Yeah,
democracy.
Man, it felt great.
Let's make it work, people.
And Orson Welles was down with democracy.
Well, he enjoyed democracy.
He liked democracy, a little bit of democracy.
He did not like being
then.
shuttered, and he was shuttered.
Oh yeah.
But Steve, it's great to see you,
so good
man.
to see you.
Yeah, I gotta go to rehearse.
All right. I never have guests on my. Brad was in a play with me before, and he is doing Orson Welles at the Theater for the New City in a play called Orson's Shadow. And I saw it, and it's being revived, and it's very good, and you should come and see it if you're in New York. So, yeah. Did I talk about the name of the book? The name of the book is A Sad Song Singing, and it's by Thomas B Dewey. Now, Thomas B Dewey is not the guy who almost beat who? Truman. Yeah, there's a famous headline that Dewey beats Truman or something in some newspaper, and they guessed wrong, and he did not actually beat Truman. So the book was actually not very good. It's sort of a pulp thing from 1963, and I thought it was kind of weak. There's all this stuff about a suitcase, and all right, so there's a girl. It's a part of a detective series by this guy. He did this sort of private eye series about the character of this guy called Mac. So Mac is hanging around in his office, and this a young woman comes in and has this suitcase and wants to hire him to protect find her boyfriend or protect the suitcase or some kind of crap, and the suitcase belongs to her boyfriend, and she has to keep the suitcase, so for him until he returns, but he's off somewhere. But then there's these thugs looking for the suitcase because, well, there's going to be something in the suitcase that the thugs want, and so that's really the plot of the story. And Mac is running around. It starts in Chicago, and Mac is running around Chicago, and the boyfriend, Richie Darden, I think is his name, and he's a folk singer. He's a traveling folk singer. So yeah, this is 1963, and it's all about set in the folk music scene, which is quite a big thing back then. With Hootenanny was on TV, and which was kind of the liberal disinfecting of the folk movement, which had some rather radical elements in it in 1963, including the songs Bob Dylan was writing at that time that were kind of anti-war and so forth, and also Phil Oakes, who I really liked, and I used to sing Phil Oakes songs quite a bit. So they run around Indiana and so forth, and finally find out what's going on. And the thing is, they have this suitcase, and these thugs chasing him around for the suitcase, and but they don't the suitcase is very light, so they never open the suitcase to see what the hell's in the suitcase. So it's like, oh no, we can't open the suitcase because Richie doesn't want us to open the suitcase, says the girl. And so she's a runaway, and this is, I read about this guy, and he wrote a lot of these pulpy novels, and this one in the bio I read somewhere, this one is said to be one of the best, or the best. And well, if that's the best, then I hate to see the rest. So yeah, it was 170 pages, and it was endurable, but not really very fleshed out, not really very interesting, really, and kind of a dumb plot, and kind of fake suspense and so forth. So anyway, I happened to look up something about it and found that there was this TV drama that it was adapted to a TV drama in 1964, the year after the book was written, on the Bob Hope Chrysler Theater, which was an anthology series in the early 60s. I didn't watch it back then, so my parents probably didn't watch it, apparently, so I don't know what else was on then, but I don't remember ever seeing the Bob Hope Chrysler Theater. So I watched it because it's on YouTube, and it's all rather interesting in its own self, in who's in it and so forth. Of course, it's not shot in Chicago; it's shot in Los Angeles. So the exterior, it's about the coffee house and the folk scene, the coffee house scene, and so the coffee house in the TV series is rather posh. And the detective gets changed into the owner of the coffee house, and he gets brought into finding Richie, and he has a completely different name. So the detective, this Mac, I guess he wasn't a famous enough detective to highlight on the series, or I don't know, they didn't get rights to the detective, whatever. I don't know, but. He's played by Hugh O'Brien, and who was one of the kind of hunky actors of the day. He was Wyatt Earp, I think, on the TV series, which I never watched when I was a kid. So the exterior of of the coffee house is these big, two big shrubs beside the doors, and I'll try to include some clips. It's not a very good copy, but you know, you can see it, and it's in color.
By my side next year, may we together sing songs of love through each new spring, and I want to be with you this evening. I want to kiss your lips next Wednesday, and I want you till the end of time, to know that every day you'll be here by me to say, I want to be with you this evening. I want you next to me tomorrow, and I want to kiss your lips next Wednesday, and I want to be with you this evening.
And so there's some you know, it's all, you know, the set design is all ridiculous and doesn't look like a city at all, and a city coffee house, and you know, it's just kind of all posh and all lovely. And so let's see. So we got Hugh O'Brien, and we got Joey Heatherton is in it. Joey Heatherton plays the girl. You know, the thing is called Runaway instead of a sad song singing. So Joey Heatherton is the runaway girl, because the girl is a runaway from some other life who's, you know, got involved in this folk scene and this dude. So and well, in the book, well, spoiler, I guess, the dude never shows up. We never see him, but we do see him in the TV series. TV show, and you know, he has a really deep voice. It sounded like the sound was a little off, because that happened to Hugh O'Brien a little later. But yeah, so it's Joey Heatherton. Joey Heatherton was like a hot babe in the 60s, all through the 60s into the 70s, and you know, I thought she was very cute and lovely, and she has kind of a little bit of a snotty Elvis sort of a look about her. So yeah, so Joey Heatherton, she was a dancer and a singer, and you know, used to be on Hullabaloo and stuff like that. So
now, instead of counting sheep, you can count on a good night's sleep. Hi, I'm Joey Heatherton. The perfect sleeper mattress by Serta gives you firmness and comfort at the same time. That's the perfect combination for a great night's sleep. Firmness and comfort. You'll love it. Be a perfect sleeper. Buy a perfect sleeper by Serta.
So yeah, what else happened? Oh, there's Nancy Ames is in the show too, who is actually a real folk singer, and she's singing some songs in the show. And there is Ellen Burstyn plays the guy, the cafe owner who's the detective in the novel. Ellen Burstyn plays his ex-wife, and she's played, you know, she's young too, so she's like a hottie in this. She's a blonde hottie, and trying to get him back or something. She's still obsessed with him. So, you know, there was none of this ex-wife stuff in the book at all.
On the bank. The powder room's on the right, 3 doors down.
This isn't you, Mitch. A quaint little coffee house? Well, you're just playing hide and seek with me. But now I've found you.
I'm sorry, Eve. The water under the bridge is all dried up.
Well, couple of good rainstorms.
Anybody will do, huh? As long as you're not married to her. Even makes an ex-husband eligible.
You were never ineligible. Your quality, and whatever else you may think of me, Mitch, you know I'm a girl that appreciates quality.
Your new husband's waiting.
My new husband likes to wait. That's why I married him.
New husband, same old tricks.
No man ever took your place, Mitch. No one ever will.
Forget it, Eve. I don't tingle on cue anymore. I'm turned off. No aches, no pains, no hangovers.
No tingle, huh? Hello, lover.
Once I let you break me into little pieces. Well, you did a good job, Eve. Took a long time to put me back together again. But it's done. I got a nice little life going for myself now. No one to care about, no one to knock me over. I learned not to care about anyone. Anyone. I thank you for that.
No love? No caring? That sounds so lonely, Mitch.
There are worse things.
Not for a guy who still tingles. I'll be in touch, darling.
And yeah, so anyway, Keenan Wynn and some other guy are the bad guys, and they changed the there's something, you know, they in the book there's a suitcase, Richie's suitcase that he leaves. In the TV show, he leaves the guitar. He leaves the guitar with no case, and there's supposed to be something in the guitar that's valuable that the bad guys want, so they want the guitar. But of course, you know, so they like, well, but you know, other than in the book, they never looked in the suitcase till, you know, very end. In the TV show, they do look into the suitcase about the middle, and well, there's nothing in the suitcase. I mean, into the guitar. Hugh O'Brien busts the guitar and looks inside. You know, they could have looked in the hole, but they find nothing in the guitar. Anyway, it's all solved after a while, and so you can look at that if you want. It was not very good, and what can I say? So I guess that's enough of that right now. As I said, I'll put some clips of the show and links to the place where I heard about this book, this YouTube book guy who gets very few hits and, you know, doesn't have a lot of followers. So if you like that kind of thing, you might follow him. He seemed kind of intelligent enough. I mean, you know, it's kind of intelligent enough, you know, by my standard. I mean, you know, here I'm talking, so, you know, my standards are rather low. So anyway, I think that's enough for now, and like and subscribe. I'm almost getting to 500 subscribers. Not enough time to get monetized. I'm kind of, it would kind of be cool to have 500 subscribers and see if they'd like to monetize me. I don't know if I'm like, you know, I might be too nasty or somehow unacceptable to advertisers. I would like that. Who wants to be acceptable to advertisers? That's no fun, is it? Doesn't seem like fun to me. So have a lovely day, and we'll talk later.